Yeah, we have a free sub giveaway. Currently, the leading question so far is everyone's a sub who's chatting, but there was a non-sub who had a question, who is in the lead. Can't find it. Oh my god, it was sub only chat. That's on me. Well, all the questions are going to be from subs. GG. God, no wonder the chat was like so good today. It was just lots of good questions and no stupids and just nice and easy. All right, now the stupids are here. No offense, I'm not trying to alienate you guys, but if you're not a subscriber, you're probably dumb. Okay, so now that we're not in sub mode anymore, the best question in the chat is getting gifted a sub from Mini. What is the purpose of our life on Earth? Okay, I hope that question does not win, because it's not even a poker question. Sup dude. Okay, sup dude is now the leading question. What's my favorite poker hand besides a probably Jack 9 suited. What do you think of Charlie Corral? Not so big on him. Phil Hellmuth is kind of a wild man. He's kind of a nit, and then sometimes he just goes nuts, and then does wild things. Biggest difference between lower stakes and higher stakes is just the level of understanding of the field. A lot more chaos at lower stakes, a lot more just recreational players. If you're playing low stakes, don't try to do anything too fancy. Just play solid, print money. That's also true at mid stakes and high stakes. So I think I would say that's pretty good generic advice. What sort of hands pre-flop tend to get raised when they should be folded? Offsuit aces. People like ace-8 offsuit too much. Like, ace-8 offsuit from the cutoff, you can open it, but like, you need to, that should be like a, usually be a fold unless you have like a real plan and you really want to be wide for some reason. All right, this is our daily aces against kings against queens. This guy's got kings. Oh my god. What is this? How does this button call? Somebody has to have aces here. Aces, ace, king, queens, and king 8. Ugh. Fuck. Well, it's like a 2K pot. Yeah. Would have been nice to hold this one. Oh, the ace king is so dead there. King 8 suited is so dead there. Oh my god. 2.5k pot. Just binks a queen. Oh, and I'm timing out pairs now. Oh. Hold me up. At least that's good. That's going to be good for the EV line. EV line just jumped like 2.5 buy-ins. Where do you think poker will be in 10 years? Dude, that's a good question, but I don't even have an answer. I have no idea. I hope online poker is still around, but I suspect it probably won't be. As far as applying for a job, it would really depend on what the job was. Some jobs I probably wouldn't even mention it, but I've seen people work poker into resumes before in a pretty nice way. So you just kind of explain you're a poker player. It's very mathematical. You talk about using like an SQL database, and that's the poker tracker. And yeah, you can make it work. What PT4 stats have helped me improve the most? I mean, just the filter function. Being able to set up different filters and look at results in different spots. Widespread use of solvers. Net negative for poker, I would say. Net negative. Is there merit to 5-bet bluffing and 500 zoom? Do players 4-bet fold? Yes, definitely. There's a couple of spots in particular where 5-bet bluffing is like important to have. I think small blind versus button, it's especially important to have. Optimal music, I think, is personal. Sometimes I like to listen to like really aggressive music when I play, and like really get pumped up and get going. Other times I listen to more chill music. Top 3 things a player needs to do to consistently move up stakes and have an edge at 200 NL plus? Well, I advise for pretty simple improvement process of playing a lot, building a database that you can use later, but basically you just want to play a lot, watch some poker content, and just think about it and process it, and don't go crazy working too hard with like trying to like solve things and do anything too crazy. Just like watch good players play poker, think about what they're doing, play poker yourself, do some thinking. A combination of like get yourself set up on a site where you can build a database, find a good source of poker content. That could be my stream, that could be Run It Once Poker, that could be Upswing Poker. So find a source of like quality content, some like reliable content that is not going to be giving you bad ideas. Stay away from like Nick Howard content. So thing one, find a source of good poker content. Thing two, play a bunch of poker. Thing three, make sure you're playing somewhere where you can upload your hands to a database, because using a database to see what your leaks are is super valuable. How to keep your red line above 0 is don't fold the river and bluff a lot. Also defend your big blind. I really wouldn't make an adjustment if I was playing 50 NL. I wouldn't really adjust anything. Okay, so playing solid, I don't mean bluffing less. Often it means bluffing lots. I'm not really sure what I mean. I kind of mean like, okay, I guess when I say play solid, I'm really trying to say like, voted. Oh my god, 4 deuce makes a vote. I'm trying to say like, you don't need to do like, have like fancy or sophisticated thought processes. Just like play simple. So like you don't need to be like doing a lot of like leveling stuff, or like you don't need to be like stressing about like, you know, making sure you're check raising the turn a bunch and making sure you're bluff catching against flop, you know, river check raise. Like just like focus on like the basic parts of the game tree, like three betting and like your barreling ranges and your check calling ranges, and then just like make sure to have bluffs and value bets in those ranges and try to use reasonable bet sizes. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still figuring out what I mean by play solid, but just think simple. Think simple is my advice. What's the sexiest line you've ever taken? It's the sexiest line I've ever taken was from a hand on Global Poker, and I check raised the flop as a bluff. I bet the turn as a bluff, and then I got shoved on, and I decided my opponent would only have bluffs, and so I called, thinking that my bluffing hand would beat his bluffing hands. And my opponent did indeed have a bluff. So I check raised the flop, bet the turn, and then called the turn shove. It was like MP versus cutoff. And I just had ace high. Like I had ace high, no draw, ace 9 on like a jack 5, 4, 9 board or something like that. Alright, yeah, that would give me second pair, but I didn't have a pair. Some board like that. Boom, mini code, thanks so much. Doomguard, welcome to the Legion. You now have access to VODs, access to emotes. Color of your name will be changed in Discord. And emotes can be used in Discord also. I believe this player asked about the sexiest hand of the day, or sexiest line you've ever taken. which was a great question.